They say success is a journey, not a destination. And in cricket, there are few players who have enjoyed such a memorable journey as much as Imran Tahir. This is the story of a man whose love for travelling the world playing cricket ultimately led him to find the love of his life and would culminate in him becoming a king of T20 World Cup cricket.
He is the kind of success story that I always like to talk about. He is one of those who's shown the world that if you have the determination, the hunger to succeed, the will to win constantly, I think the world will always make a place for you, and he is a great success story at that.
Imran Tahir was born in Lahore on the 27th of March 1979. A cricket-mad youngster, his dream was always to play cricket at the highest level.
When I do my research and I ask our stats guys which side does Stuart Broad play for, it'd be Leicester, Notts, England. You go through Tahir, you'd be like there 3 hours later, he's literally played, and that's because he is such a good white ball cricketer that everyone loves to have him in their side. Wrist spinners in T20 cricket cannot be beaten.
In 1998, Tahir was selected for Pakistan at the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup taking place in South Africa.
I remember playing against him, SA Under-19 versus Pakistan Under-19, so he was a quality bowler then already and showed tremendous skills. I mean, we've never faced a leg spinner at that age group cricket in South Africa because it just wasn't part of our DNA. It was all about fast bowling and that's what we were accustomed to. So when we came up against someone like Imran, and of course he took a truckload of wickets against us, nobody could read him.
On the trip, he met a young woman called Sumaya Dildar. The pair quickly fell in love and an 8-year cross-continental relationship began as Tahir continued to travel the world, taking wickets in every country he plied his trade.
I think it was evident from those days already that Imran was a mentally tough cricketer. I mean, you just have to watch how he celebrates every time he takes a wicket. He plays every game like it's his last game, so he clearly loves the game. There's a lot of passion behind what he does. I mean, he's incredibly skillful. I mean, you can't, until you actually play with him or face him in the nets on an everyday basis, you realize actually very quickly that this is a special bowler.
In 2007, the pair would finally marry and took residence together in South Africa, where Tahir would play domestic cricket for the Titans. Tahir's performances only continued improving, with him finishing his first season in the country as the most successful bowler in the first-class competition.
He gives you wickets, obviously, he gives you control, but he also probably makes his team 10%, 20% better just by his overall attitude and great nature.
In 2011, Tahir gained eligibility to be selected for his adopted home of South Africa. The Proteas would waste no time in selecting him as he would be called up for the 2011 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup in India.
Oh, now there's an opportunity. They don't drop these, the South Africans. No. That's Imran Tahir's battle, and he's the victor.
Imran would finish his first World Cup with an impressive 14 wickets. Tahir had truly arrived on the global stage.
That is out. Brilliantly caught by the bowler.
Tahir's success at the World Cup would make him a household name amongst cricket fans. It would be, however, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2014 that would cement his place as the leading leg spin bowler in the world.
He was just starting to come into his own, and also spin was. I know it was at Bangladesh, that tournament, so spin's going to play a role anyway. But people, when T20 first thought, were worried about spinners would just be belted out the ground. By now, it was realised, actually, if you have spin, if you have wrist spin, you have mystery spin, they are worth their weight in gold. So he was exceptional in that tournament, spinning it both ways, on pitches that spun.
You know, it is a country that us spin bowlers get a little bit excited, and no doubt probably led to Imran's success in the 2014 T20 World Cup.
Tahir would start the tournament in typically brilliant fashion, taking 3 wickets in South Africa's opening game against Sri Lanka.
That's a bit of a slog, goes to Zatsobi, he's gone. The variation of Tahir, I think it was the wrong one, and Sangakkara has been dismissed. Oh, that's been hit straight up in the air, should be taken, is taken. The skipper said, I'll have it. And the spin of Tahir has worked again, and look at the Sri Lankans, they can't believe it.
But despite Tahir's excellence, Sri Lanka would hold on for the victory.
Goes again, full toss, reinforced leg side area, man there, takes the catch. You beauty, Sri Lanka.
In such a tough group, it was vital that South Africa avoided another slip-up. Must-win games against New Zealand, Netherlands and England would follow, and it would be Imran who would lead the way with the ball.
Got him! Tahir does it again.
He's gone. He's bowled it wide. He's bought him. He's dragged him out, and Imran Tahir strikes for the Proteas.
What he possessed, which was very special, was the fact that with a similar action like bowling a leg spin, he had a great flipper that came at a good speed. So that was one ball that troubled a lot of batters. Apart from the fact that he could bowl a googly, which made it really hard to pick under lights. For me, those are great attributes, but the biggest attribute is he had a large heart. I think he was willing to get hit, but he wanted to take wickets, and that's a great attribute to have.
The sweet catch gone. What a moment. You can tell from Tahir's celebrations. He believes that he's gone most of the way to winning this game by getting Butler.
There's nothing better than watching a Tahir wicket and all his teammates going up to him, and he is running around a cricket ground. If we were playing here, he would literally be like 5 miles away celebrating with his fans. And that's what it is about: passion, it's about enjoying the game, it's about being a showman, and Imran Tahir is that showman.
It's a big shout for LBW, the finger goes up.
After 3 wins in a row, South Africa would progress to the semi-final. Awaiting them, India.
Yeah, it's all set here. Look at the pictures out there. The lights are on, and 2 top-class teams in the semi-final number 2.
When you come against them, you know you're coming up against a formidable opponent. I think if you're a spin bowler, even more so, because that's generally what they play tremendously well. So coming up against India, though, you don't feel like you're coming up against 15. There's billions around the world following India, so you definitely feel that energy and that pressure coming up against them.
In the air, that could go all the way. Just a one-handed swipe for 6. Full toss. It's the big boundary, but it's a big hit. Pressure on the Indians, South Africa on the charge.
Impressive knocks from JP Duminy and Faf du Plessis would lead South Africa to a first innings total of 172 for 4. With a place in the final at stake, India would need a special knock from one of their most special players.
He's gone through with the shot and will clear the boundary.
Tossed up, hit high, hit hard, hit for 6, 50 for Kohli. He is a run machine. Up in the air, mid-off comes in, will he get there? Yes, he does. It's de Villiers, who else? Hit through mid-wicket, it will go for 4. It's Virat Kohli who finishes it. It's India, they reach another final. And South Africa have more semi-final woe. They played brilliantly, but in the end, India were just too good.
So Kohli's brilliance would take India over the line and condemn South Africa to yet another semi-final defeat at a World Cup. Tahir, though, would finish as the highest wicket taker of the tournament alongside Ehsan Malik of the Netherlands. A sensational achievement for an incredible player.
I think Imran's value goes way beyond cricket for South Africa. You know, Paul Adams was the first wrist spinner that played, but Imran Tahir sort of took it to another level in terms of attacking threat in white ball cricket. In many ways, he was the pioneer of wrist spinning in South Africa, because if you follow our domestic cricket now, there are quite a few young wrist spinners coming through, and I'm 100% certain that is because they had Imran Tahir on their screens for 10 years doing magic for South Africa. So his legacy will last forever in South Africa.
Bowled! Oh, didn't pick it.
The last time he ever plays, wherever that might be, there will be a little montage of Tahir and a wicket and running around. I've enjoyed commentating on him. I've enjoyed his fun of the game. He makes cricket fun. We need more Imran Tahirs in the game.